Welcome to Learning Plan 2, 2.1 Lab 3. Go ahead and open up the file in your browser, as I point out in the lab steps here, and Visual Studio. Add name, section, and emails for the student here. So you see I've done that. If I go to my Visual Studio and scroll down, I have added my personal name in there and such. Then we need to add in variables. So in our coding section, we're going to add variables, 4 of them actually, one that holds a name, address, count, and price. And so if I go back to my code here and scroll down to where I see my code starts after this line, now you'll notice that I'm starting to do things like here I've added a variable section, an assignment section, and output section. I'm starting to organize my code so it's easier for me to handle things and update things and organize things. So here in my variable section, I created 4 variables: name, address, count, and price. Then we need to assign it our name, an address, the number 10, and the string 1299. So here I've got my name, here I've got an address, the number 10, and the string of 1299. Then we will need to display the variables using the document write function. Use a separate statement for each variable. So we're going to have a statement for the name, statement for address, statement for count, statement for price. I have this little note here. We want to always ensure that we're following the coding standards I've outlined in a previous video. And then when you first run it, when you put those all in document write statements, you're going to get it to where it all lines up like this. Because remember, as in a previous lab, we talked about how document write statements, even though they each are on their own line in the code, they print out to the end user all in one line. So document write doesn't make it go to its own line, so we have to do that. There's a few different ways we can do that. We can document write a break tag. That's an HTML tag to have it go to the next line. That's like a carriage return. We can use character encoding with the \n. That means go to a new line. Or we can use the document write line, which automatically puts the carriage return at the end of the document write statement. So you can do this in several different ways to have it output like this. So as you can see, I have mine output each on their own line. Let me show you how I did that. So the first thing I did was I used a document write line statement on my name, which automatically put a carriage return at the end. The next one I did just a regular document write. So I had to put in a return. In this case, I did a document write with a break. And then I did document write count. And then I did a little plus here. We'll get into what this is called. This is called concatenation. But I just wanted to show you, give you a glimpse of that. And then I used the escape character. I could have put this in its own document write statement if I wanted to. In fact, that probably would have been better at this point in the course. But I just wanted to show you how you can do this several different ways. And then I just wrote out my price, and it all shows up on their own lines. If you have any questions, let me know, and happy coding.